Good morning. It is cold here in Montana this early morning. I got up this morning and wanted to share a little story. For those of you that liked my updated Facebook photo, thank you so much. That means a lot that you took the time to post a little like there. Thank you. I wanted to tell you the story about that before I get started for my day. And I am being stubborn. It's cold in the house and it's supposed to be spring and I don't want to start the wood stove and it's going to get warmer. I know it is. But anyway, before I get my day started, I wanted to share with you the story around that Facebook photo and why I think the gig of any form of education, of e-learning, of content creation, of self-education, influencer, um, digital economy, content economy, all the things that it's being called, that why education? This because what that's what we do. We're sharing what we know or know how to do with others, and we want to influence them to learn or know how to do that thing. So it can be informal education, or it can be in this entrepreneurial online informal education. And so, why is that picture so important to me? Why is that the one I chose? It's an older picture. It's actually taken in June of 2010. I had been in the earthquake in Haiti and met these beautiful people. Amazing that I ended up in Leogan, how I ended up there. Anyway, I had the privilege then of going back 6 months later to teach the course I had originally gone to Haiti for in January of 2010. And these were some of the students. Aren't they just aren't they just beautiful? Aren't they amazing? A lot of them have gone on to really be of great service to others. I'm very proud of them, even though it's their accomplishments. But here's why this was so important. That particular class, we can't ever diminish what folks can do if they get good quality content that is taught well, trained well, coached, mentored, advised well. And I don't always get that right. Trust me, I know that. But here's the thing. In Haiti, that course was about public health. It was about, uh, in order to teach it, I used a tool that's called a community health assessment. The particular community health assessment that I decided on was called Follow the Water. So we had language barriers, cultural barriers, all kinds of things, but I was so happy to be there for that month to get to teach this course. And all of us knew, anybody in healthcare knew that the next big crisis for Haiti was communicable disease and that it already was taking a terrible toll. And indeed, it became cholera. But so water is a big deal. Standing water is a big deal. So I gave it my best shot. I worked really hard at trying to convey the principles. That would be the teaching part, that I tried to train them about how to conduct assessments like a community health assessment. And I took them out. We went out into the community and we walked around and we found all the water and we said, oh, look, here's people living. Look at the mosquitoes. Here's this drainage system. Here's the what's supposed to be the community's potable water supply, etc. And it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't going well. They just like, yeah, Michelle, we see what you're talking about. And they'd follow me around and they'd dutifully listen to my coaching and the training that was based on the principles. But it wasn't, I was missing my mark. They were not getting it. And they seemed to be so totally uninterested. And I knew how important this was. These beautiful, amazing people had survived the earthquake. They were still reeling from the events of the earthquake. And most everyone in Leogan had lost more than one person in their life, and their life was tough. And so I knew how critical this little course was on public health and how when more of us can get the principles of public health and apply them, we got it. We can make real changes. So anyway, I'm walking out ahead of them, heading back to campus, and I was crying. I was devastated. I thought, "Oh, Michelle, you blew it. You didn't do you didn't do a good enough job. And I just was searching, like, what could I have done different? How could I get this information to them that is so important to the well-being of their lives, their families, their communities? And then two of the students came running up to me and they said, "Wait, Michelle, you mean we can do something about that?" Oh boy, can you imagine? My tears changed to pretty happy tears. And that led, I'm not going to tell you the rest of the story, but that led to putting together a basic community health improvement plan around standing water. That led to the class nominating two of the students to go. There was a UN health cluster meeting that night, one of the first times UN health cluster models were being tested. And just to cut to the chase, in 2014, a community drainage system was completed in Leogán. That got to be part of that solution. So I think when people kind of muck around with what they're teaching and training and purporting to be teaching, purporting to be training, you can, I'm sorry, you cannot create a quality content, a course in a weekend. You can't do it. Maybe a little inky dinky mini something, but there's principles of how to do this, and education's a big deal. So I know I'm kind of an outlier and kind of a geek about this, but everything matters. There's a woman who learned how to bake an apple mortgage cake or apple cake and saved her family's home. There's really no such thing as a small topic when you are influencing what others know or know how to do. So I just wanted to share with you why that picture is so important to me. Things are tough in Haiti right now, and my work with Haiti now is mostly with individuals. But just kind of think about what the value is that you're really offering with your online content creation. And again, thank you all for supporting. Casey, you're just amazing. My work and as I transition. And thank you so very, very much for the nice comments. And yeah, it's kind of a big deal what we do. And let's kind of treat the education piece, that product development piece of this online business, maybe with a little more respect. Anyway, blessings. Thank you.